Welcome to Visyond. Let's get you started with Pro-Forma financial statements to help you transform your spreadsheet model into always up-to-date balance sheets, income, and cash flow statements. Here we have a simple financial model, which includes a number of assumptions, for example, revenues, revenue growth, HR costs, inflation, and others. First, let's turn the audit mode on so that we can visually distinguish between inputs and outputs of the model. It will also help you quickly identify the root cause of errors and data anomalies. Then move to the Financial Statements module and select the periods over which you want to see the statements. You can also aggregate the period to display, for instance, a subtotal for every quarter. Let's start building the statements by telling Visyond which rows of your model it should use for revenues, marking them with checkboxes. After you are done with selecting revenues, they will appear in the statements right away. Then do the same for other categories, for example, operating expenses and costs of goods sold. Keep selecting the rows for other drivers, such as inventory, accounts payable, accounts receivable, and others. With Visyond, you can save a lot of time by automating the creation of depreciation schedules. Just select the assets you want to depreciate, set the parameters in the panel, and the depreciation will always be up to date. Now, let's take a look at how well funded your project is. If you set a minimum amount of cash you want to keep in the bank, for example, an equivalent of 6 months of operating expenses, Visyond will inform you in which period you will go under this threshold, so you can start looking for more clients or external funds to keep a healthy cash position. In case you have to raise funds, you can specify the debt-to-equity ratio, and Visyond will show you the mix of external funds between equity and debt that you need to raise in a given period to maintain your goals. This is particularly useful for entrepreneurs and investors. If you change assumptions in the spreadsheet, the statement will automatically use new values, keeping themselves up to date. By the way, you can always get a guided tour of each page by clicking the Help button. Below this video, we've added a few resources that you might find useful. Now try to create financial statements from your spreadsheet, and see you next time.